Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday. Something's a little different today. You know what's different? It's April Fool's Day. It's April Fool's Day. The day that you can't trust anything that you read on the internet. And as fun as it would have been for me to have been like, oh man, we're going to shoot everything in vertical format from here on out. I feel like I may have done that joke before. So actually, here's what I'm going to do today. And I think this will be funny because anyone that sees the title and doesn't already know will think this is a joke. But we joined TikTok. Now, here's the thing. If you already knew that, because that's a real thing that we did probably a month ago, a little more than a month ago, then you're just like, well, yeah, okay. But if you're not privy to that information, then it really will feel like an April Fool's joke. People are going to arrive to this video and they're going to see we joined TikTok April 1st. And they're going to be like, Steven, that's not true. It is, in fact, true. It is, actually. I'll include a link. Actually, there's a link in the description of every video. We started linking to it. But I thought it might be fun today to use that as the official announcement because I have not actually said anything about joining TikTok on the vlog. And here is my opportunity to do so. This is a fun segue as far as I'm concerned. So you might be saying, why? Why join TikTok? Well, we joined it, mid-February?
Yeah.
That sounds right. Both Mal and I are on it. We have separate accounts. And the goal in joining TikTok simply is to, reach more people. There are folks that use TikTok, I'm sure exclusively, and then some of them almost exclusively. And, there's a lot of folks that have never heard of Mal or myself and might be interested in watching our stuff. And we are hoping that in the future sometime, we'll be reading a letter for mail and someone will say, I originally found you through TikTok. That's the goal.
That would be great.
That would be great. And I think that in time it'll probably happen. So we have actually been creating content over there. I know some of you are going to be like, I have no plans to download the app and use it. I totally understand. I totally get it. But you can actually just view it in the browser, which is nice. So even if you don't have a plan to use it, you can just check in every once in a while and see what we're up to because we have made some stuff over there. Some of the things, if I feel like it's like particularly good, particularly interesting, I'll sometimes bring those over to the vlog as shorts. Sometimes I just include some clips in the vlog. You may have seen some vertical stuff. Maybe I punched it in a lot, but some vertical clips in the vlog, and that's why. It's because we've been shooting some stuff for TikTok. And if I can, I'll include it in the vlog. So this is the official formal announcement. And if you have a TikTok account, you should give us a follow. We're trying to create some stuff over there that is different and unique. And, one of the things is obviously we want to reach more people, but also it is kind of fun being on a platform that you don't have any user base on because you don't feel like you have to adhere to anything in particular. Like if I want to make something weird and wacky, I can. There's a TikTok that I made a while back where like Shrek is holding me and Boys to Men plays. And that's just fun. That sort of thing is fun for me. It's been really interesting because on TikToks and then also by association YouTube Shorts, like you can use licensed music and that's very, very different from how I think for making stuff on YouTube because you obviously are not allowed to do that. So it's afforded me some things that I would not have ever been able to make, and I'm actually really grateful for that. It's actually been fun. So again, this is not a bit. This is not a joke related to April 1st. This is a real thing. Click the link in the description if you want to check it out because we're making stuff over there. Mal's making mostly art stuff, but you also do stuff with Kepler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Of course.
now back to your regularly scheduled vlog content. The April Fool's Day joke is now officially over. I would have done something more grandiose and funny, but this year has been rough in terms of how much has been going on and how much stress there's been. So I have a few ideas floating around my head, but they should wait. They should wait until I can do them right. Instead of trying to do them halfway, I'll wait until I can do them right. Mal's working on another bento box today, which is cute.
This one doesn't have zucchini because I gotta eat corn.
Gotta eat corn. What am I eating?
You're eating leftover fajita
Oh
stuff.
yeah, this really was good. I know we talked about this the other day. These chicken breasts are huge. I don't know. It's the salsa, man. That salsa is really good. That's the Mateo salsa, and I really did enjoy that. As for the rest of the day, we're just going to be working up until it's stream time, and no special stream stuff, at least on our end for today, just because we have more Kirby to play, and I'm looking forward to Kirby because it's been so stinking fun. Chaz said he has something planned. I don't think it's anything huge, but there will probably be some fun, different element to the stream tonight, courtesy of Chaz, but it's a mystery to everyone, me and Mal included.
You'll never feel challenged by chat with Tiny Eddie's bite-sized Thanksgiving lemon rounds.
You guys do realize you're picking a fight with Chaz, right? You do realize...
Even we don't do that.
We're not even involved with this. Like, it's just... You can't pick a fight with Chaz. You can't do that. Chaz literally pulls all the strings. What are you doing?
Stream done, and I have to tell you, that was a very memorable stream. That was a very, very memorable stream. Let's talk just a little bit about it. Because as I said earlier, me and Mal didn't have any specific plans for April. Well, it's not that we didn't have any plans for April Fool's Day. We released I released a very, very brief, short, broken picture phone today that was only 45 seconds long. You should catch it if you get a chance. Normally that is part of the Steven and Friends series, but today it was part of the Steven and That's It series. That idea was actually Chaz's. Chaz gave me that idea, and I loved it, and I've been so busy, and it's hard to, do some of these really elaborate April Fool's Day plans sometimes. So that was a really good one, because I was like, I can do that really quick, and it'll be very funny. But tonight, Chaz is the one that took care of the, the April Fool's Day stuff, and he got Thomas to record Tiny Eddie lines as Thomas, and everyone really, really loved that. And that would have been fine on its own. I think that would have been a fun, memorable thing for April Fool's Day. But we played Kirby. We got another 6 episodes because we're planning to, continue releasing this stuff on YouTube. And at the end of the night, these recordings that Thomas had done, they were finite. They were recorded ahead of the stream. We got through the entire stream, and I was like, Chaz, how many were left? Because we went through quite a bit of them. He's like, there is one left. And I was like, you're kidding. And everyone was watching. They're like, what? So they wanted that alert to play. So we heard the last one. And then everyone was like, well, what happens now? Now that these are over. So folks sent in some alerts. And it goes back to the normal AI voice. But it's all in reference to what happens. It's like, who was that guy? And then gives the snack and take back control of your factory. So this was great, and everyone really loved that, and they kept putting in alerts to hear them. Well, there was only a few of them. So then Chaz started responding personally. So this is the first time we've ever had like personalized alerts, and Chaz was actually just writing up this stuff as it was playing. So he actually got a chance to, in a way, kind of respond directly to the alerts that were coming in. So very unique, very memorable. And I gotta say thank you to Chaz for sticking around, because the stream went on quite a while. And it was funny because what it came down to was Chaz versus the chat. We get told all the time, like, never challenge the chat. Well, today, chat challenged Chaz instead of us, and it was a riotously good time. It's also nice for us because, you know, a lot of times when you talk about never challenging the chat, what it usually ends up is me singing a lot or talking about cameras for extended periods of time. And today it was just us laughing our butts off from the interaction between the audience and Chaz. It was fun. It was really fun. Also, it is the first of the month, and it is a appropriate time to say thank you to all of our Patreon producers. Their names are scrolling along the screen now. Thank you. If you're watching and you'd like to learn more about Patreon and how you can support Mal and myself and the perks that come along with that, be sure to check out supportsteven.com or click on the screen wherever the thing is. I also keep it in the description of every video, so you can find it. If you don't know what I do for Patreon specifically for me, we release a kind of a behind the scenes video every month. I've been doing it since I started Patreon. When did I start Patreon? Do you know?
It was fall.
It was fall. That is not the metric that would have helped me. It was fall. Okay. I want to say 2016. But I have a feeling it's older than that. I have a feeling that it might be even older than that. I'm not sure. Regardless, there's obviously a lot of old Patreon videos if folks want to watch them. Typically, people join and then watch the newer stuff, but the old stuff is still there. But I just talk about upcoming projects, what things are going on. I guess patrons actually that watch these videos would probably do a better job of describing what that experience is like. So if you're a current patron and you watch the videos I put out, you can probably describe that briefly in the comments if you're so inclined. But yeah, I'll be putting out another one of those shortly since I always do that at the start of every month. I got to tell you, March was a little weird because February was busy with respect to the fact that, you know, there was Coliseum and there was a lot of health stuff. March continued to be busy with health stuff, but I think it lacked some of the fun that Coliseum brought. But it was actually still fairly busy. Maybe not quite as busy, but still fairly busy. As we move into April, I'm not sure what to think, to be honest. There's obviously going to be more health stuff because we don't have all the answers for what's going on with me. In fact, I actually do have a little new information for that, but I think I'm going to save it for tomorrow's vlog, so I'll talk about it tomorrow. But I did actually get a call back from the doctor today. We were hoping for that, and I got it, so I'll talk about that tomorrow on the vlog. Hopefully I remember. But I can guarantee you there will be more health stuff in April. But there's also going to be some other fun stuff in April that didn't really happen in March. And I think that it's going to make April a very fun month. I'll go ahead and tell you now, we will be traveling a little in April, and we will have visitors in April. So that alone, those are two different instances. That alone is going to make April better. It's going to make April better. Is it going to make April busier? Sure. But is it going to be better? Yes. I think it's going to be a better month than March. How's our boy doing? You're playing with him on the floor with some bubbles?
He's getting tired.
He tired of the bubbles? He's very cute. What a good boy. Mal's, I haven't been showing it, but Mal's actually been doing that since I walked downstairs. And I guess in that amount of time he's done with it. Okay, that's fair, bud.
They're catnip bubbles.
That's the same catnip bubble thing that we bought years ago.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time to go. We bought that for 99 cents at Walmart. Sagan played with those bubbles too. We have had that for a long time. Pretty good dollar, to be honest. If you're going to spend $1, it's a good way to spend it. Okay, I'm done. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned. There will be some fun stuff coming up in April. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?